Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Recording this Tuesday morning, September the 4th at about 8:20 in the morning. Hope you're having a great one so far, bright and sunshiny out there. And we have that tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico. Been warning you about this since last Saturday that it could have some sort of impact on Arkansas, and it continues to look that way. And I want to caution everybody out there. I put a tweet out there that said, there's going to be a lot of media hype, national media hype about this. The beginning of September, to have a tropical storm, a strong tropical storm, or a minimal hurricane at the beginning of September is completely normal. Not trying to minimize the danger from these systems, but it would be more unusual not to have a system. So this is extremely typical. This is like having snow in January in Minnesota. This happens. And I'm not trying to minimize this, but just to let you know, this is not some big storm that we've never seen before. No, it's very typical, but it poses dangers, and that's why we want to give you the newest information on this. And it's especially important, I know, here in Arkansas at this time of the year to our farmers. The backbone of our economy here in the state, and we wish them nothing but the best. They're always battling the elements from Mother Nature. And this is going to be one of those situations where the track, it all comes down to the track of this as to who gets how much rain. And most of the models are on board with the track on this, although I've seen a couple. I know the RPM model wants to take this further towards the east. I think the NAM, last time I looked, the North American model wants to take this further towards the east. The GFS is just out to lunch, as it usually is. It just does weird things. So I'm following the Euro and some other models, and of course the Hurricane Center appears to be following the track that has more impact on us. So I've done enough talking. Maps. There it is. There's the track as of this morning. It has maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour, gusts to 75 miles per hour. With west, it's moving to the west-northwest at 15. So what is all this telling me? Again, it's out in the ocean right now. This is the track through Arkansas, and it's along that track, and just to the right of it, just to the east, that has the heaviest rainfall. So you can see that puts much of the Channel 7 viewing area in that area. So winds of 65 miles per hour. It's a strong tropical storm. There are hurricane warnings along the Gulf Coast to account for the fact that it could reach minimal hurricane status. In my opinion, the chance is about 50-50 that happens. Whether it happens or not means nothing to our weather in Arkansas, because the winds will have settled down quite a bit, and our main impact will be rain no matter what happens. So it's moving to the west-northwest at 15. This is no Harvey in that it stalls. It's not going to just stall in one area. This is moving. That's good news. The faster it moves means the less rainfall you get. The slower it moves, the more rainfall you get. No matter what, these systems are loaded with moisture. So you typically have quite a bit of rainfall, and I wouldn't doubt there's flash flood watches and warnings that get issued. So this is the European computer model. Scoot this over just a little bit for my purposes. This is the European computer model, and again, you see right through that track, through southeastern Arkansas, right through portions of central and southwest Arkansas, up into west Arkansas, along that. I mean, the European model shows this track very, very well with its rainfall amounts. Now, you see light, you see heavy. How many inches is this, Todd? Well, this is 5, 6, 7 inches of rainfall. Now, there are a couple things I want you to notice besides the track with this. Notice the gradient, the rainfall gradient, where you go from heavy rain to lighter rains. From central Arkansas to even White County, you go from heavy amounts of rain to lighter amounts of rain to even lighter amounts of rain in northeastern Arkansas. If the track of Gordon shifts further west, that takes the heavier rain further west. If it tracks further east, it takes it further east into the Delta in northeastern Arkansas. But this is the track, and this is what the European computer model is showing. It's a 75-mile wide area there that you can see. That's what the European computer model shows. The Weather Prediction Center, very much in tune with the European, with the National Hurricane Center, with that corridor right through southeastern Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Monticello, Bradley County, all through Fordyce, Camden, Kingsland, Arkadelphia, Malvern, up through Mount Ida, 3 to 6 inches or more, right in that corridor. So that's the Weather Prediction Center. The GFS, I don't even know what it's doing. So the Weather Prediction Center, this is not a severe outlook. This is an excessive rain outlook for Wednesday. So it too showing there that there's a slight to moderate risk for excessive rainfall. And this is mainly for southeastern Arkansas late Wednesday. Then go into Thursday. Notice how that expands through much of the Channel 7 viewing area, central, southern, and western Arkansas, surrounded by a slight risk. Notice northeastern Arkansas doesn't even have a risk for excessive rainfall on the current track. So that's what I'm talking about with this significant rainfall gradient. Now to something fun, funner, I don't know, more fun. Anyway, this is IBM has gotten into the business of computer modeling. We look at computer models mostly from the government, from the Europeans. They have their own models. We have our own here in the United States, the GFS, the NAM. This is a private sector, and WSI does some too, the RPM. But anyway, and again, WSI owned by IBM. This is IBM, and it's called Deep Thunder Experimental. I haven't been overly impressed with it. I know they're still working on it. Sometimes it does well, but you know, it's like all models, I guess. So this is, I'm going to take you through this, and it's a very complicated and very interesting model what they're doing with this. Had the opportunity in June to go up to Boston and hear some more about what they're doing with this model. And so I thought I'd show it to you. Again, this is Deep Thunder is what it's called. I don't make the names. But you can see Gordon out here, and let me make sure I got the timestamps correct. So this is September 4th. This is, let me fast forward to what it's showing here for this afternoon. Let's go to 7 o'clock tonight. It's close to the track of the Hurricane Center going right up towards Biloxi, Mississippi, Alabama coastline, that area. You can see the areas that would, you know, along and to the right of the center. So from Mississippi, Alabama over to the Florida coastline. Come on, there we go. See how it tracks towards the north, goes through Mississippi, maybe a little bit east of the official track, up through Jackson, and then it starts to make a little turn into southeastern Arkansas, very close to what we're showing you with the track of the European and the Storm National Hurricane Center, with a swath of the heaviest rainfall. There's so many acronyms in meteorology of centers. And it goes through, let me see what hour we're at here, 45 hours. So this is September the 6th, so this is 6. This is Wednesday night at 10. So Wednesday night at 10, it's still in southeast Arkansas, mostly in Mississippi. And then it starts to move. Let's see how far out this goes. So this is 9Z. So this is going to be at 2 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm sorry. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Thursday. And it's got southeastern Arkansas. And then it starts to make a move towards central Arkansas, and I think, yeah, that's as far as that goes. So I wanted to show you Deep Thunder from IBM and what they're doing. It's in the experimental phase, but it is very similar to the other computer models. A lot going on there. Like I said, this is not the end-all, be-all of all tropical systems, so you're going to hear slam, brace, bracing, this, epic. You know, you hear all these terms thrown out, and I don't want to, they're dangerous. No doubt about tropical systems are dangerous when they make landfall and when they move inland with the flooding. But it's September the 4th, and that's the heart. We are in the heart of the Atlantic tropical season. And it would be more extreme not to have a system. So just be prepared. This all depends on the track. Does it go where it's supposed to go right now? Does it shift west? Does it shift east? We're following that. And that depends on where the heaviest rain sets up. Flash flood watches are likely, and I expect some flood warnings to be issued as well. If you live in a low-lying area that's prone to flooding, you need to really pay attention to this forecast. So thank you very much for trusting us at Channel 7, coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.